Co-producers and screenwriters David Michôd and Joel Edgerton have come up with an alternative history for Falstaff in their film about the young Henry V in The King. Hal is played by Timothée Chalamet and played splendidly. Falstaff by Joel Edgerton himself, also splendidly. They're drinking and carousing mates until the death of Henry IV, Ben Mendelsohn, when Hal is forced onto the throne after the death of his much-preferred brother. Hal disapproves of the divisive wars waged by his father against the Welsh and the Scots and is reluctant to be drawn into war with France. But several provocations occur, and on the advice of his Chief Justice William Sean Harris about showing strength as a king, he mounts an army and invades France, where he faces up to the Dauphin, Robert Pattinson, on the field at Agincourt. Taking advice from Falstaff, who's become his tactician, the outnumbered English prevail. The battle sequences are amazingly effective as the heavily armoured French wallow in the mud where mayhem reigns. The King is one of the best films I've seen this year, if not the best. Adam Arkapour's cinematography, Fiona Crombie's design, and Nicholas Britell's score are sublime. Also, Peter Scabaris has done a fine job editing. Director David Michôd has really stepped up here, managing what seems like a film on a gigantic scale beautifully, handsomely, with fabulous attention to detail. And the language in the screenplay is not at all Shakespearean, but it fits the times poetically. When I first heard about another version of Henry V, I thought, do we really need another one after Laurence Olivier's and Kenneth Branagh's? Well, the answer is yes. This is not Shakespeare, it's Michôd's and Edgerton's Henry V. And while it had a brief cinema release, it screens on Netflix from November 1. Do not miss it. 5 stars from me.
You'll have to carry out that mass execution yourself.
What did you say to me?
You are not that man.
How dare you defy me?
Sure you're feeling in here with me. Don't let it outside his tent.
I am the king.
Joel, tell me about the origins of this.
See that building there? The Opera House. I did Henry IV, 1 and 2, and Henry V there when I was 25, 26. You know, 99 and 2000, we did productions of them. So I guess the origins of it were doing those plays for me because I have such a fondness for them playing that character of Hal and Henry. And then it was not until about 2013 that I'd been asked to do like a medieval type movie. And I wasn't that fascinated by the prospect of doing it because I didn't love the script that much, with all respect. And it made me think, but I would like to revisit this world, you know, the world of Henry. And that's the origin of it. And I went to David Michôd knowing that his movies, or Animal Kingdom in particular, had a lot of resonance with this kind of stuff. A young man sort of thrust into a swirling pool of older men with their own agendas, kind of choosing what kind of man he was going to be, forged by the behaviour of people around him, that he may just allow this to get its hooks into him like it did with me.
Because I saw it as an anti-war film, actually. And I don't know whether you wanted to put those elements, whether it was a deliberate element, as well as the politics.
Traditionally, it's been told the story of a kind of young warrior king and his kind of triumphant victory over the French, and, you know, he has a great burden to carry, but, you know, it felt we wanted to tell a story of how a well-intentioned young man actually gets kind of sucked into a machine and ends up doing a thing that he probably didn't want to do. You know, about how, you know, how power can isolate and make leaders paranoid and then ruthless.
Obviously, you know, Timothy was the perfect casting for that. Tell me, why did you want to get involved with these guys?
Well, I wanted to work with David, first and foremost, and I thought it was a good opportunity to do something in the lineage of not only William Shakespeare, but great English tradition and material with strong dramatic roots, but to do it in a new way, and in a way that felt fresh and hopefully surprising to an audience member. and also the opportunity to work with a bunch of other excellent Australians, Joel Edgerton, Adam Arkapaw, Ben Mendelsohn. I think Ben and Joel have made something like 6 movies together, is what they say.
Yeah.
So I got to jump into this insane Australian traveling creative circus. Yeah.